going to the subject, can you, how did you know that you are going to become an entrepreneur before everything else?
How become an entrepreneur to typically give employment and also solve the problems which most of the world is facing, where the solutions haven't arrived yet for the problems.
Before all the awards, all the certifications, before ninth class, and what is Praharsha actually?
So I was just somewhat like a playful kid, calm and playful. I mean, I was mostly interactive.
Mostly interactive.
Yeah.
That's a great answer, Praharsha. And Praharsha, why did you focus on one company and grow it well? And behalf of that, you have founded four companies. You are founder of two companies, I think so.
Founder of co-founder.
Yeah, co-founder of two. My exact question is, why have you thought that not only going in one stream, going in multiple streams is way better?
Because I was able to identify multiple large scale problems which the world is facing. So, a founder of two, which are semiconductors. So, in the semiconductors where laptops are there, laptops are working. Or old laptops, we can typically, my product turns old laptops or present laptops into supercomputers. So, like that, I was able to identify large scale problems which companies or even normal person is facing. So that's why I was interested in multiple things, like safety planning, where accidents, few have done it not for revenue, have not done it for profits, but have done it to save lives of.
What type of marketing you are going to get. This is a kind of a thing where ChatGPT Cloud doesn't work, and it will help you how to conciliate, how to do marketing. It will help you in that situation, but it will not help you that in a way where the exact research you have to do for your startup.
My father and my mother, they were the one who encouraged me to get into this entrepreneurship, and also they were the one who, I mean, my father was able to identify the enthusiasm I had in technology, like robotics, while I was 4 years old. He took me to music, abacus, maths, and all that, and even robotics. So he was able to identify the enthusiasm I had in robotics, and then he put me into robotics technology and into the entrepreneurship side.
Can you pitch me about the phone S26 Ultra?
It's a S26 Ultra. Okay,
Yeah.
so shall we start?
Yeah, we can. So, good morning, Praharsha.
Good morning, John.
So Praharsha, before going to the subject, can you, how did you know that you are going to become an entrepreneur before everything else? And why did you think entrepreneurship is a choice, but why have you taken entrepreneurship as a choice?
As I've actually started off since a young age while I was 4 years old. So while I was 4 years old, I started off with robotics. Now I have four of my own companies which are related to AI and healthcare, semiconductors, and safety. So I have become an entrepreneur to typically give employment and also solve the problems which most of the world is facing, where the solutions haven't arrived yet for the problems.
So, Praharsha, I have a question for you. Before all the awards, all the certifications, before ninth class, and what is Praharsha actually?
So I was just somewhat like a playful kid, calm and playful. I mean, I was mostly interactive.
Mostly interactive.
Yeah.
That's a great answer, Praharsha. Praharsha, in this entire journey of yours, which is the first to last companies, first which what the company you started, and last what company you are still working on, and can you explain it a little bit brief?
So the first company which I started is called AI Cura, which I'm the co-founder of, and the founder is a person from Canada. So he is a professor at a university called Western University. So it's a healthcare AI. So it's completely into diagnostics, where if we give it any kind of healthcare related problem, like if a specific person has cellulitis and we are not able to identify it, or the doctor wasn't able to identify it. We just give the picture of the disease, or if we know the sensation which we are feeling, if we just give proper details about the disease, it will perfectly predict the disease, and even if we don't know the disease, it will be able to perfectly predict and also give what kind of medications to take and what kinds of steps to take as well. And the most recent one which I've started is a application, like a app, mobile app called Helping You. So it's completely safety related. It works for women's safety, or like elder people safety. So if we'll take it in a state of elder people, like in a scenario of elder people where there's a person who is like 80-year-old or 76-year-old person who's having a heart attack. So at that time, no one's around in the house, so he or she won't be able to open the app and completely open the contacts list and completely scroll through to find the specific person or even enter the number right. So in that scenario, this is where the app comes in, where we hit on like the app is called Helping You. We open the app and hit on danger button, like emergency button, where it will be calling the specific emergency contacts which the user has set, and calling them and messaging them through WhatsApps, telling the person the current location, and also it'll be giving a warning as well through WhatsApp. A Google Maps link will also be provided. That's what my most recent company is.
Okay, your most recent company is. And Praharsha, why didn't you focus on one company and grow it well? And behalf of that, you have founded four companies. You are founder of two companies, I think so.
Founder of two and co-founder
Yeah,
of two.
co-founder of two.
Yeah.
My exact question is, why have you thought that not only going in one stream, going in multiple streams is way better?
Because I was able to identify multiple large scale problems which the world is facing. So, a founder of two, which are semiconductors. So, in the semiconductors, where laptops are there, laptops have performance issues, or old laptops, we can typically my product turns old laptops or present laptops into supercomputers. So, like that, I was able to identify large scale problems which companies or even normal person is facing. So that's why I was interested in multiple kind of parts, like safety path, where accidents, few I've done it not for revenue, I've not done it for profits, but I've done it to save lives of people. Few are to solve main problems of people. So that's why.
Okay. So Praharsha, how did you get these ideas actually? How did you know that we have to solve a problem so that we can start a startup out of a problem?
Most of the problems were faced by me myself. So few problems, like three of my own companies, those problems were either faced by me or my relatives, like my grandparents or my parents. So those problems were faced by me or my relatives, which I was able to identify, and where I found no solution for that problem. So that's why.
Okay, that's great, Praharsha. Praharsha, getting deep into the subjects, how are you balancing your schooling and at the same time the companies you're there in? How are you balancing both?
So till now, as I was able to balance, because I just came to 10th class as so I'm still managing and thinking about how to manage my companies in 10th class, but still I'll be able to manage. But in my 9th class and all my previous classes, I was able to manage because there's no attendance mandatory and I have complete support from my school as well. So even if I don't come to school, it's fine. I just need to write the examinations. I have complete support from my school, like my principal and my correspondent vice principal, everyone from my school. So I got complete support, where not only for my 6th and 7th class, even sorry, not only for my 8th and 9th class, but I got support since the starting itself. So from first class, I had been studying in the same school. From then, I had gotten complete support from my school.
Okay, most of your school is supporting you from the back end.
Yes.
And before getting into the topic, can I know who is the backbone of your strength? who supported you till this time to run the companies at the same time, how to take care of the finance of the companies and all?
My parents, my father and my mother. Mostly my father, he takes me everywhere, even to the podcast, this podcast.
Yeah.
Everywhere, and to events where I've gone as jury or speaker. Everywhere my father takes me, and my mother also supports me really well. So
Yeah.
that's, my parents are my backbone for this.
Yeah, okay. That's so great of hearing you. Thank you, sir, for being here. And I want to ask you one more question. Uh, Rather than going into the school daily as an me while I was studying in my ninth class, I was hitting my fellow classmates for sharpness and all. So at that age, from that age to founder of two companies and the co-founder of two more companies, and how if you go to school, what is your aura and what they all think what your classmates do?
I mean, most of my friends ask why I started this companies or how I started this companies. Like on what perspective as they are completely into studies and I'm doing all this, so they are just curious how I started this companies and how they can also become like me. So that's what most of my friends ask me.
So most of your friends ask that. Actually, the main question is, how did you get into Google?
So
I have because there is a question from my end because I was trying to enter Google AIC. I tried many times. They rejected my application, and rather than my application, I tried one more time. I have to get the result yet. And how did you get into Google?
Google, as in my company getting funded by Google, are you speaking about that?
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, I'm the co-founder of it. The founder personally knows the head of AI over there. So he was the one who got funding from Google and also a special AI model from Google.
Okay. Can you tell me about those two founders whom you met? How did you meet?
So one is through LinkedIn. LinkedIn.
Okay.
So he is that time he was really a good friend of mine as well through LinkedIn. So he's an Indian who went to Canada. So I met one person through LinkedIn and my popularity, and the other person I met him at an event. Yes, at T Hub I met him at an event and in his office as well. So through my internship, while I was in 23 or 24, through my internship, I actually went to his office. So that time I spoke with him, I got a bit interactive and I got to know he's actually a chartered accountant. So he got the idea to start this safety product called Crash Key. So I met one person through LinkedIn and the other person through events and at his office.
Okay, events at the office. So, Praharsha, as you mentioned, you are in an internship. At which age?
So that time I believe I was 12 or so.
12.
Yeah.
Which company?
It's called RGES Private Limited.
RGES Private Limited.
Yeah.
So, can you tell what is the exact pro forma? How did you get that internship? And what is your role in that internship?
So that time my role was AI developer. So I developed AI models specifically.
Excuse me, just a minute. I need to know at the age of 12 you got an internship.
Yeah.
So, at which company? How did you apply?
So I mean I didn't apply. I'll be honest, I didn't apply. The
Okay.
founder, like it's not a big company. It's a startup.
Okay.
Still, it's a startup. As yeah, you also met him, I believe, Prasadan.
Yeah,
Yep. So
I do.
So he was the one who reached out to me. So he's also I met him at an event at T Hub. Still, I mean, I'm really regular to T Hub. T Hub is like my second home. So over there, I met him at. So after in T Hub, I met him, and then we got each other's contacts, and through LinkedIn, he got to know about me. So that's why he wanted me to work for him.
So, these Praharsha, are these events really useful for the youth or is useless?
So, like, if we are speaking, few events are completely really useful for the youth as I mean, most of the events are because like if you go to an event, you will be getting to know multiple kinds of people. So we have met at an event in Bits Pilani, as you know. So
Yeah.
I have met you, you have met me, and Bits Pilani. So you will be able to grow your network. The youth will be able to grow their network and also know different kinds of people, and also will be able to interact with chief guests who are at the event, or if any big people have come with the big people as in who are higher positions, so just like that. So it will be really useful if we go to events like IT related events or technical events. I mean, not only specifically for demo or startups related events. If we go there, you will be able. If I go there, I'll be able to improve my network, as I've gone mostly as a speaker for multiple events, so speaker or as a jury member. So I have gotten to know different kinds of people where I've met, like I've gone to August Fest, so there I was able to meet Shravan, the co-founder of Adonmo. So I believe you do know Adonmo.
Yeah, I
It's a
do.
really big
They are a
company.
big company. They have the holdings in our T Hub also.
Yep, so Adonmo and like that. I was able to meet like the founder and CEO of Sid's Farm, Kishore, and like that, multiple really big people. So I won as a speaker for August Fest. So at that event, as I told you, I got to know these two people, and also Ramana Gogula. I believe you do know Ramana
Yeah.
Gogula. He's an entrepreneur and also a really big aspiring singer. So
Yeah.
like that. So if you go to events, you'll be able to increase your network completely.
Yeah. Yes, Praharsha, I think so. Events are very useful according to your knowledge. And while I was studying in engineering, especially, there are few people around me who doesn't know about this. For how why to go to hackathons, why to meet people, and they are simply sitting. And at present, right now, as I met you in the Bits Bilani, there is no other person whom I know who is the founder or the co-founder. If they ask me, I know few people who are the founders and co-founders. They will think, why? How are you doing this networking and all? And at the same time, why can you say why it is very important for my all the audience? Why it is important to meet events like August, as you said, Augustus,
August
and
Fest.
August Fest. And like me, I went for Replicate.ai event and a few other events in Google I/O. So how these events will mostly useful for the all the people like entrepreneurs, like students, and how it will be useful and how that networking will be working out for you.
So as I've told, one is like networking as
Yeah.
for if you want to work for a specific person, you can just take their contact and just give your proposal or be a co-founder of anything. Or if I want to start a company with you, if in case I want to start a company with you, I can, because I am the founder and I can't find a perfect co-founder. So you'll be able to find a perfect co-founder for your product, or perfect person you can work with, or you need their help or anything. So that, and if you go to IT events, as you have told, Replit.ai event and all that. So if you go there, you'll be able to get IT skills, improve your skills a lot more regarding like your work or anything. So like that mostly.
Okay. And Praharsha, putting topic apart, and how is Praharsha at home?
At home, I'm mostly completely like busy. I'll be honest, I'm completely busy. I either stay at home or go to office or events. So I mostly have meetings with clients, or I work on my own products, or speak with people who work below me to work on any of my products. So mostly I'm completely busy. But I do play a bit of basketball, as I'm into basketball, or I go to school right now. I'm going to school since a week or so in 10th class.
Okay. So I want to ask one more question about it. And how? What is your daily routine? Can you tell us the daily routine? Now, which time you wake up, which time you sleep, and what you do in the entire day?
I mean, sleep time is not fixed. I usually wake up at 5 o'clock or 5:45 mostly. So at that time I wake up and I mean I give dedicate a bit of my time for academics, as well as academics is also somewhat important. So
Yeah.
I dedicate a bit of my time for academics, and after my academics I go on with my work. Usually I either have meetings or work on my own product, as like my own product which doesn't have co-founder or anyone working for it. I usually work on it myself and try to make it a bit bigger, or speak with a few people, or go to events mostly. That's all I do. Throughout the day, I either mostly work is all I do.
Work. And can I know what your work hours naturally? How many hours do you sleep daily?
So minimum I do sleep 8 to 9 hours.
Minimum.
So nighttime, I mean sometimes meetings or calls can go up to like 4 o'clock or something in the morning as well, which start at like 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock, but they can even go up to 4 o'clock in the morning. So I do have quite a lot of meetings, long meetings and all that as well.
Okay.
So I mean my sleeping time is not fixed, but my wake up time is mostly throughout the year. I usually wake up at 5:45 itself.
So Praharsha, whenever you are a little bit slightly sick or else you are under pressure, naturally what you do?
I mean, I usually don't feel too much pressure because I've been used to it, as I've either worked or I already have 4 of my companies which I'm managing itself. So I usually don't feel that much pressure. If I feel pressure, I either speak with my parents, like my mother or father, or my relatives like my aunt or my uncle,
Okay.
or my grandparents. That's all I do mostly. I mean, I have few of my friends who are really close with me, whom I interact with often. So I either speak with someone or go on with my work, as I don't feel too much pressure.
Yeah. And Praharsha, whenever you are doing some work about let me say about you are coming to my podcast today actually, or you are coming to my podcast. How do you plan things before ahead? Before you want, if you are going to start, if you wanted to start a company, how we have to choose a co-founder and how to sketch it out before you are starting it?
So first, if you find any kind of problem which you or me are facing, first instead of instantly starting and working on it, first what we have to do is we should do a bit of research, whether if that kind of company ever existed, or if any kind of solution is there or anything. So if you want to start a company, one of my mentors told that if you are starting a company, make sure, if you have competitions, make sure at least a few features, one or two features should be more than that company. So your company should have at least one or two features, or it should be completely different from your competition. Or if you don't have competition, it's even great, and you should choose your co-founder, as you asked. You should choose your co-founder wisely. Like if you are into like robotics, process automation, or app and web development, that person should be into marketing, like that. So parallelly, both of the works will be managed, because if you are doing the app development or your product development, that person will be working on networking and also will do marketing for your product.
Okay. That's great to hear, Praharsha. And how you choose your two co-founders?
I mean, for my own companies, I don't
Yeah.
have any co-founders.
Okay.
I run it on my own company.
Okay.
I mean, my co-founders are my product co-founders are my parents. I mean, it's not legally registered on my name, as I'm just putting myself. But
Yeah.
the founders usually chose me because I'm completely into web and app development, and I have quite a lot of networks. So that's why.
Okay.
I mean, that may not be the only reason, as they didn't tell me why they choose them, but they believe that I was the perfect person, so that's why they chose.
Okay, that's great. That's a great answer from your end. And one more thing, Praharsha, what before a thing or a app, before you are going to develop it, how do you sketch it in your mind? And one more thing, as you said before you have to know, as one of your mentors said, we have to sketch it and we have to know about it, your research. And where do you actually research about?
it's not the right way to do with AI, but I
Okay.
believe it's somewhat not too time consuming, but I
Yeah.
believe it's somewhat great because if you, I mean, you use ChatGPT, right?
Yeah, I use.
So how often do you use ChatGPT? Like
Maybe daily we will use in the
daily.
daily routine basis.
Yep. So daily, so in that, I believe most of the people are aware of a feature called deep research.
Yes.
So deep research, if you turn that on and browser search, it will be able to completely go through the browser. I mean, it'll be a bit time consuming. It may like with a single prompt, it may take up to 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or even 30 minutes. So it'll research completely and give you a complete chart of your competitions and all that. So if you perfectly prompt it, it'll be, I mean, you need to be somewhat great in prompt engineering as well. So you need to give it a perfect prompt which may definitely work out, and it'll be able to research, sketch the, I mean, you should, I'll be completely honest, it's better if you sketch the complete product out on yourself instead of relying completely on AI. If you want to do research, it's fine using AI, but sketching the product out, it would be better if you do by yourself. Like if you need any specific feature or anything, or if not by you or me, you can take you can tell the competitions, you can tell me your perfect product. If you so you can tell me the perfect product, so you just survey like a few people, like you, me, like 5 or 10 people. If we survey, we'll be able to get perfect like our product right now. So in that, if you are planning to add any features, you don't know what features to add, just survey a few people and get their inputs, and out of those, the common ones or the uncommon ones, you can select and then add the features. That would be better. So don't rely on AI to sketch your complete product out, but you can use it a bit but not completely. First you need to make a project summary, like your product summary. First you need to make a complete documentation, and then you can go on. You first need to plan on what tech stack you'll be using and how are you planning to implement it, and if you are ready to invest on it somewhat or something, just make sure you also take note down how much the subscription cost is and all that. Like API, for AI API keys, it's like $1 or $2 for it may go up to $10 or $20 as well for a million or 2 million tokens, input and output tokens. So like that, you need to perfectly plan the tech stack and then also make a perfect chart, like chart of pricing chart as well.
Yeah. Hi Praharsha.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know about schooling education compared to your entrepreneurship.
So school and education. So in my school and education, I mean, I don't pay complete attention to my school, but I do somewhat pay attention because school is somewhat necessary for your basics and also for the certificate as well. If you're planning to even work for someone or even start your company, school is somewhat necessary. So
Okay.
college, I mean, it's not mandatory, or I'm not telling not to pursue college as well. But so school, I usually continue on with my school for eighth and ninth class. I didn't pay that much attention. I mean, eighth class I was somewhat regular. Ninth class I wasn't regular. I mean, I went for a month or so, and after that I wrote my exams. And now 10th class I'm again going regularly because 75% attendance is mandatory, and 10th class is also mandatory, right? So that's why. For my schooling, I pay somewhat attention, but I also score somewhat good marks as well. I mean, I'm not too low, not too high. I at least score 50, 60 or 60, 50 or 60% or above. So that's how much I score in my subjects. And in my entrepreneurship, as I told, I have for my own companies where I mostly try and grow my network, or if not growing my network, I usually go on with my client meetings or so to add more features and enhance my own products more and all that. So that's how I usually go on with my day.
Fine, fine, that's good. So have you ever think like your school is like are they teaching AI or it's going simple academics?
I
The
mean,
learning process.
I mean the
Yeah, you're going with AI, right?
yes.
So what about your classmate and other students? Are they going with same kind of learning process, or they are going with as normal your school academics?
I mean, what I've done is recently only I've developed a complete application for myself to
Mm.
learn like by my subjects one by one, because I don't have a lot of time either to learn my subjects. I mean, if I want perfect marks or somewhat working marks, so I need to completely get an overview about the topic which we are, like science chapter one, not chemistry chapter one, acids and bases. So that product is there, that subject is there. So I've developed the application which completely speaks with me. It's like a AI tutor, so it speaks with me and clarifies doubts, and it makes perfect videos to explain about the chapter as well, the topic which I'm learning. And also it also does complete quizzing. It also quizzes me either minimum 5 questions and maximum 50 questions, and the
Okay.
pass percentage is 75%. So I've developed the application for myself, and as you have asked, my classmates, I mean, they do use AI, but not for everything. I mean, they use AI if they're facing any kind of problem in understanding any specific topic, or they use AI to do homework if they're not getting homework, or in maths, if we see if we don't get anything tomorrow, we need to submit our homework, but I'm not getting what I'm learning currently. So I ask AI on what this is or watch somewhat videos. So my friends do use AI. I mean, not completely as much as me. I mean, I don't rely completely on AI either, but I develop my own products mostly. If you have already known me, so I completely develop. As I told, I developed my own product just for my education. So like that extent, they have not done. But my school is somewhat teaching AI, but not completely. They're mostly even for 10th class. Not only my school,
Yeah,
most of
not
the
only your
school.
school compared to complete education, schooling education system.
Yes.
Earlier we were taught that C programming, Java, that much is enough. But right now, every digital board, it's making some AI kind of technologies, right?
Yes.
So how you suggest for this Gen Z generation,
As in.
like as an AI technology, so how it really helps to like kids from start first class, second class?
So first class, second class, I mean mostly either to do your homework or to, I mean in school part for your homework and all, homework or subject learning. But in other parts, as I told, so to use your product, use your AI to identify any specific problem and to find the solution. Like for research, I use AI. Like if I need any specific kind of tool for my work, like something related to AI. Like I only know Olama. If in case I only know Olama, which runs AI in my laptop for free. So if I need any other product, so I mean I'm not able to find the perfect product in Google or Edge or Microsoft Edge or anything. I ask AI, ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude. I ask AI for the specific product which I need. I'll give it my requirements, and it'll be able to perfectly find the product which I want. So that's what I use AI for. I mean, like just like that for the research, the students should also, the first or second graders should also do something similar. Like for if they're looking for something but they're not able to find it in Google or anywhere, they can just ask AI where it will be able to completely find and give us the perfect product and deliver it to us.
Fine, fine, that's good. And you are interested from fourth standard in robotics,
While I
right?
was 4 years old.
Yeah, 4 years. Okay, in robotics, right? So what are the technologies you are using currently?
So while I was in 4 years old, that time I went on with Arduino, or microbit. I believe you're
Hmm.
somewhat aware of that, right? So
Hmm.
Arduino, microbit. So those are components which you can work on to do some. You can just give a bit of coding and add a few components to that microbit or Arduino, where it'll give us the perfect output which we are requiring. Like add a LED, and when we hit on the button, the LED should blink. So just like that we can do that, or any kind of design, if we have some kind of board with multiple LEDs. So like that, if we just program the Arduino, when we click on the button, it will give multiple like multiple different kinds of designs. So like that, so Arduino, and
Yes.
also Microbit I've worked on, and Lego Mindstorm. So Lego Mindstorm is something like you can add Legos to it, motors and all that. You can make a whole complete
For
humanoid
relays and
robot as
motors,
well.
yes.
This sized humanoid robot as well. You'll be able to make it has somewhat a slide screen as well. So like that, that time I worked with. Those, and currently I know 12 or 15 plus coding languages.
Nice, nice.
So that, and I'm completely into AI and semiconductors. I'm currently learning VLSI and Verilog.
Okay. So you're working in T-Hub ecosystem, right?
I mean, my office is not based
Hmm.
out of T Hub. I mean, one of my old company's office was, but right now, I mean, I usually go for there for meetings or anything, because
Okay.
most of the companies are based over there. So that's why it's like a global incubator, right? T Hub
Yes.
is not only there in Hyderabad; it's even there in Bangalore, like Karnataka as well. So that's why.
Okay. So one more personal question it could be. So how your parents felt when you like saying something you are interested for entrepreneurship and you are interested for do something as your own.
So actually, they were the one who encouraged me to
Hmm.
get into this. My father and my mother, they were the one who encouraged me to get into this entrepreneurship, and also they were the one who, I mean, my father was able to identify the enthusiasm I had in technology, like robotics, while I was 4 years old. He took me to music, abacus, maths, and all that, and even robotics. So he was able to identify the enthusiasm I had in robotics, and then he put me into robotics technology and into the entrepreneurship side.
Nice, nice. That's great.
So Praharsha, let us play a funny game actually.
Yeah.
If I am an investor, you are a normal kid who is coming for a pitching. If I give a 60 seconds, and can you pitch me out about any product?
So I mean, I'll be able to pitch about any of my products or any other product. If you give it to me, I'll be able to pitch in 60 seconds. I mean, 60 seconds is not too long, but it's somewhat usable as well.
Yeah,
So that's
can
why.
you pitch me about the phone S26 Ultra?
It's a S26 Ultra. Okay,
Yeah,
so shall we start?
yeah, we can.
So this is the latest S26 Ultra, which is by Samsung. So this has a 200 megapixel camera, and this has a special feature. So I believe you know what's privacy screen
Yeah.
protector, right? So this has a privacy screen protector, but we don't need to apply a separate privacy screen protector. Through the settings only, either we can turn on the privacy screen protection and turn it off as well. So if even from this angle it won't be visible, and if we see like this only, it will be visible. And if we don't want that feature, we can completely turn it off. That's the main feature. This has complete Gemini and Samsung AI implemented into this. This is the latest and the only phone in the world. This is the only kind of phone in the world which has privacy screen protection technology implemented into it, where you can turn it on and turn it off. That's the main feature for this.
Okay. Then why should I buy this phone actually? See, I am into the content creation. So in what ways for me it is useful?
So if you are into content creation, this has really good cameras. As this even has a feature called in while you're taking videos, so position lock. So if you literally even flip this phone completely, the video will completely be stable. It's using gyroscope technology if you're into content creation, or if you are into car videos. So let's see, if you are into car videos, you can just add a gimbal to the wheel of the car or to the bike, add a gimbal, and then put this phone on and just attach it. It'll completely, even if the wheel is rotating also, the video will completely be straight and stable. So that's a main feature for this, and this has a really good camera. So it has a 200 megapixel camera and a 50 megapixel camera over here. So it can take really good videos, and if you want to take a picture of the moon, so it can zoom in really well. So 200x zoom, so that's really great, right? So 200x zoom, and you can take really good pictures as well for your Instagram or Snapchat or any kind of social media.
Yeah, that's a good pitching, bro. That's really good pitching, Praharsha.
Thank you.
And coming to your startups, one is AIQ,
AI
and
Cure, yes.
your latest companies, as far I know,
My latest company is called Helping You, the most
helping
recent
you.
one.
Yeah. Can you tell me about the all four companies and what purpose they are meant for?
So one is called AI Cura. It's a healthcare diagnostics AI which does diagnostics. If you provide me any kind of image, so like image related to any kind of disease. If we take cellularity as an example, like not X-ray or anything, just a picture. If your hand or leg gets cellularity, just take a picture of it and give it to AI and ask it to describe or specifically with complete precision tell what that disease is. It will be able to completely perfectly tell what that disease is, as it has been trained on 200 TB plus data sets till now. So it will be able to tell with complete precision. And if you give the AI any kind of MRI, CT or X-ray of any kind of disease which you're not going to tell the AI, or which you're not sure of the disease, if you just give it and ask what the disease is and what medications to take, so it will be able to tell that, as well as this is completely different from AIs which are there, like ChatGPT is there, right?
Yeah.
So of course, I mean, I won't tell it won't be able to give the a complete explanation about the disease. It can, but not as
As accurate as yours.
accurate as AI Cura, yes.
Yeah.
So because if we give it a MRI or a CT, so or a X-ray, we'll take an example. So even ChatGPT 3 or 4.5. So few face really like they face quite a lot of problem to identify the disease, because like if you see like the images which we search in the web, normal images, if we'll give it, it won't like normal X-ray images, it won't be able to identify, because they don't have the specific dots. If you search up X-ray, normal X-ray of any specific disease like hand X-ray or something, if we'll search up in Google and upload that, it'll be giving complete different output. And if we take the same image but with a few dots which is pointing out at the disease spots, so that then only with the dots only it'll be able the AI will be able to identify the disease.
Okay, that is about Cura or
AI
Cura
Cura,
AI
yes.
Cura. Yeah. The
So
next company or your co-founders.
So, I mean, next company which I'm the co-founder of, it's
Uh,
called CrashQ.
Crash
So
Q.
it's a safety-related app. So when you crash into, like, let's just say you have bike or car,
Bike.
bikes, okay, car or anything, bike is there. So I mean, bike drivers face this a bit severely. Even car drivers, I mean, car drivers, if you just bash, you'll the car will be having damage, but you will be having lesser damage. But bike, you'll be having a lot of damage. So if we see, if you're traveling or anyone else traveling on a bike, and there's a person like you crash into a car, and or if you're in a severe accident, okay, so if you're in a severe accident or in the midnight 12 o'clock, if you just slipped really bad and fell, you got unconscious, no one's with you, or you're somewhat conscious but you're not able to move your hand or leg. So that time you won't be able to call the emergency services, or you won't be able to call your parents or anyone whom you know, right? So at that time, or if you're even able to call with that severe pain, will you be able to? Will you?
No,
No.
not at
So
all.
let's just take, this is my phone, right?
Yeah.
So if I fall with this in my pocket or anywhere, so this will also be falling with me, right?
Yeah.
So you'll be carrying your phone always while you're driving
Yeah.
or anything. So same. So if I or anyone else falls, the phone will also be falling in the same motion which the person's falling. So the phone will be able to identify the crash, and then through a few technologies like gyroscope technology, and also with a speedometer implemented into this complete speedometer, which is really accurate, which is somewhat equal to, or somewhat it may also be more than Google's, more accurate than Google's Google Map technology. So if the crash happens, at the same time, it will be contacting the emergency contacts which you have set, like your mother, your father, or your and your brother. So minimum 3, maximum 5 is what we have set. So it will be calling the person and telling that you're in an emergency, like you so John is in an emergency. So his location, John has crashed, his location is blah blah blah, like that it'll tell like Silicon Valley, and like that it'll be able to tell the specific location as well, and it'll also be sending a WhatsApp message as well. So to WhatsApp, it'll also be sending a WhatsApp message saying that you have crashed, and it'll also be giving the Google Maps link to your current location. So we are also working on live location right now as well. So and if not that, there's another feature which contacts the emergency contacts when you're not feeling well, like if you think someone is following you, in case, so if someone's following you, so let's just take, there's a girl who just her office completed at 2 o'clock in the night or so. She's coming back home, so her home is like 2 kilometers away. She just walks there because her office and her home is close by, and a bit in the road there's no lights, nothing, or there's okay street lights there, so someone's following you, you feel suspicious, just hit on the emergency button, and be sending the WhatsApp message and calling.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is what your
Other company
other
called
company,
Crash QS.
Crash
So I
Qs.
have two other companies, which is called SL16. It's a semiconductors based product.
Can you repeat it again? SL?
It's SL16,
SL16.
ACCEL dash
Ah,
16.
SL16.
SL16. So it's a semiconductors based product where uh, you have somewhat a old laptop, not your current laptop, but you have a old laptop, right?
Yeah,
Which you don't use or which just sits in your home.
yeah,
So you have a present laptop.
yeah.
I believe it's a
Yes.
Lenovo. So you have a older HP laptop also. So that laptop is really old, like probably 8 or 10 years old. So,
Yeah.
but it still it works on with Windows 11 as well. So
Mm.
it's somewhat slow, but so due to the processor, it may not be due to the RAM or due to the storage, but due to the processor, it will be slow, right? So if you compare a normal office laptop and a gaming laptop, it has completely different processors, right?
Yes.
A normal i5 versus a Core i7 or uh, any other Intel Core i7 or a AMD Ryzen 7. So like that, if we, and they have completely different processors. So what we do is, so the slow laptops or the old laptops which are slow, or you even your present laptop, if it's slow, you can just install the application called SL16. So it's one of a kind application. This kind of product never existed in the world. It's a 128-bit processor. So I believe, I mean, there are no processors which are 128 bit. The maximum amount of processor is bits of a processor is only 64 bits.
Yeah.
There are products like graphic cards which are 128 bits, yes.
Mm.
But there's no processor which is 128 bits. So this processor is 128 bits, but it won't be completely replacing your processor. So let's say that you have a 32-bit processor or a 8-bit processor. This processor, this SL16 processor which is a digital processor. You don't need to get a physical processor. It's a digital application processor which you install, and then it will be fusing with your present processor, typically turning your product into a supercomputer, your laptop into a supercomputer, where you can run servers, or where you
It
can
is
do
a,
high-end
it is
gaming.
such type of a digital processor like cloud.
Somewhat like cloud,
Yeah.
yes. So
Okay.
I mean, it does not require any data centers or anything though, because
Mm.
this runs on your laptop. So
Okay.
it does not require data centers or anything, but this needs to have a laptop which is 2019 or more.
Okay.
So that's my other company helping you. It's a help, like it's a application where if your grandparents, as I've told, your grandparents or anyone's grandparents, let's take grandmother or grandfather. Grandfather gets a heart attack or a stroke. That time you won't be able to. That person won't be able to scroll through the contacts list and select the specific contact and call, right?
Yeah.
It'll be really time consuming,
Mm.
right? So that much time, in that time span, this person may even die, who knows, right?
Yeah.
So at that time, open helping you up and just hit on emergency button. It'll be uh, calling the person, the emergency contacts which this grandmother or grandfather, this person has set. It'll
At
be
a time,
calling.
multiple contacts.
Yes,
Yeah.
at a single time it will be calling, telling the present location, like helping alert. It'll be saying so.
Okay.
So it'll be calling and telling the name like Prasad is in a uh, like emergency situation. Helping alert. Prasad has activated helping alert and saying the present location, and also it will be telling the coordinates, longitude and latitude, and it will be sending the WhatsApp message as well with our present location. So this also works in different kinds of situations, like if you're pregnant and you're getting pains, so like that, if a female is pregnant and the female is getting pains, even in that situation, or if somebody stabbed you, the worst
Yeah.
case scenario. So if you have any problems, if somebody stabbed you or anything, so even in that kind of situation it may work. At that time, just hit on help, it will be sending the emergency, like it'll be calling the emergency contacts. And also it also works for any other scenario as well. So multiple scenarios are there. So if the same girls walking in midnight from
Yeah.
office to home, so
I
even
got
in
it.
that scenario,
Yeah.
so like that, this has two other features. One is called dead man's walk. So
Okay.
dead man's walk, what it does is, so your home is 15 minutes away
Yeah.
from your current location. So in that 15 minutes, just hit on dead man's walk in the app. You can just start the dead man's walk timer, and then in that 15 minutes time span, if you weren't able to reach, if at that time you were kidnapped or something, you can't open your phone, and then just because you were tired or something you can't open your phone, there will be multiple reasons, right? So with that, dead man's walk will be contacting the emergency contacts, the same thing, emergency contacts and WhatsApp message saying that dead man's walk feature has been enabled. So even if your device is 5% equal to or lower than 5%, so it will be calling and sending them like the emergency contact saying your last seen location is this, and the phone has turned off or is at this much amount of percentage, also will be telling in the call and message as well. So if not that, so I am safe button is there. So if you feel suspicious and hit on emergency contacts, if the call has gone picked up, but after that the suspicion's gone, hit on I am safe, everything's completed, that's it. The call will be gone, as in saying this person's safe, this person has activated the safe alert, like that.
Okay.
These are all my companies.
Yeah, okay. Praharsha, out of this all, I am very curious. I want to ask you a question. If Praharsha has no companies, no equipment, no income right now, no generation of no support, then what is Praharsha want to do right now? What company would you start, and what how would you start it?
Do I need to choose between these four
No
companies
for
only?
companies. You have no knowledge about these companies actually, what you have created, no knowledge of these companies, and you are quitting all the companies. If Praharsha is starting a very new life, a fresh life, and again a good company, which industry you will choose?
I mean, at this time,
Yeah, at this moment,
so at this moment, I would go with the semiconductors. Yeah,
semiconductors. And why do you choose semiconductors?
because income wise as well, it's really well. Or semiconductors, prompt engineering. If the time was 24 or so, I'd choose prompt engineering. But now I'll choose semiconductors because due to the war situations and all that, or semiconductors are not being manufactured properly. Semiconductors, as in processes, mostly I'd go with. So
Mostly processes.
yeah,
Yeah, that's great, Praharsha. Thank you for coming for our podcast, our
thank you,
GUIDEX Talks. Thank you so much.
thank you.